Vladimir Putin this morning says he's confident his country's economy will rebound. He's hosting his annual news conference in Moscow with questions ranging from international conflicts to his country's recent financial troubles. Putin puts part of the blame for the fall of the ruble on Western sanctions.
It's what makes Vladimir Putin the leader that he is. Holding a 3-hour news conference on Thursday and promising the Russian people their economy will rebound, there's nothing to fear, and then offering not a single real answer as to how he plans on getting it done. Always good to see some things remain comfortable and never change. From the ground in Moscow, let's welcome back to MidPoint the man in a suitcase.
Still about to see, or you have seen, a little bit of, I guess, worry among the populace, in that they're starting to ask questions. There were a few hard questions for Putin in the news conference the other day. So they're starting to ask, why are we spending $60 billion on Sochi when we're cutting back our medical system? Where, what are we going to do about inflation? The people are the one hurting right now, and the oligarchs around Putin are being taken care of.
Is it not fair to say, though, that even though things look bad, that as far as Putin is concerned and the Russian government / the guys behind the screen, they've got a lot of cash sitting around and they've got a lot of money sitting around, and they could basically last for a couple of years if things got really bad? Or are we overstating?
No, you're exactly right. I mean, they were smart in the sense that during the oil boom, they did put away about $500 billion in the bank for a rainy day. However, that's been dwindling fast, with about $80 billion being spent to support the currency. I actually think that you may be seeing a turning point in this entire crisis. I think Putin is looking for a way out. I think he's looking for a way to solve the political conflict, which will backstop him being able to, revive the economy. Oil is starting to bottom in here. So I think you could start to be seeing the signs of a turnaround in this crisis.
Is he going to be able to turn this around and still remain in power at the level he is now, or is he going to be weakened?
Well, that remains to be seen, right, as to what happens. I mean, if the economy continues to weaken, things happen quickly in Russia, and it could be very quickly that he is removed or replaced. However, I think he's going to, muddle through this, as the Europeans love to say, and I think he could come out stronger on the other side of this if the economy rebounds, but that's a big if.
What do you see on the ground as you walk the streets in Moscow regarding the fact that there is a crisis there? People can't spend money at the rate that they did, and there's even reports that people are starting to starve.
There's definitely much less bling here than there used to be. I mean, there's more billionaires in Moscow than anywhere in the world. But there's a subdued tone. I noticed it coming into the airport yesterday. People are just not as, see what happens. I mean, the prices are going through the roof, so food is becoming much harder to come by. People are starting to hoard buckwheat here, which is the grain staple of choice. People are worried, but they're still behind Putin. And really, that's a symbol of being behind Russia. I mean, the Russians have an innate ability to withstand a lot of pain. They've done it for centuries, and this is no exception.
30 seconds left here, Todd. The people that you speak with, do they blame America for their current plight?
It depends on who you're talking to. The people in Moscow, not so much. But if you get out into the villages, I mean, the propaganda machine here is very effective. State-run TV is constantly blaming the U.S. for all of the problems. But, the more educated, the people who have traveled, the people who have seen the world, not so much. They understand what's happening. And I heard a quote the other day that anybody who loves democracy is left. So